Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's reading, we're doing what people noticed changed in you. And I got this amazing idea by Hollywood Oracle. I'm going to tag them below in the description box and in the comments. So look out for their reading. Okay, I love the topic. I loved how creatively they put it together. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing that today. And yes, we have here three beautiful pals. Pal number one, pal number two, and pal number three. Please pause the video if needed. Let's go. So for the viewers that picked pal number one, I just have to say I was out of breath just a couple moments ago, and it's not because I'm pregnant. I mean, maybe it is, but I was just out of breath because something that changed in you is almost out of breath for other people. Very out of breath for other people. I heard low income. I heard poverty. I heard disadvantage. I heard not very loved. Not people's first option. I even heard uneducated. Okay? Please, whatever resonates, take it. If it doesn't, wait. But you got the Nine of Cups. That's your card for today's reading, pile number one. Nine of Cups. People notice a change in your abundance, a change in the world around you. I keep hearing abundance. Like, it's almost out of breath. Okay, it's almost like you have more than maybe other people that had more than you have now. Okay, and maybe it's materialistic, maybe it's just success, maybe it's just beauty, but there's so much more abundance, and that is the change that people have been noticing about your life. Pile number one, I heard not like others, full package now. um yeah, something about you could have been like heavy criticized for the things you didn't have or the things you weren't, which could have created a lot of insecurities for you that made you just go harder with your life, go harder with your goals, go harder with the things that you want out of life. And honestly, should we blame you? Should we blame them? Should we blame the haters? Because they kind of like helped us out here. All right. And it's like having the treasure chest, just having it all, having the full package. Okay, so things that people notice about you is that you're now in your best era. You're now in your full package era. It's almost like people, you look complete. Like, you don't look like you're missing out on anything or that you need anything, pile number one. It's almost like you have so much that you have something to offer. You have something to bring to the table. This might include like people coming back from the past, people might wanting to access your energy more now than ever. Um People noticing that you don't really vibrate the same way. It's almost like once your surroundings changed and your like successes arrived or changed, it's like you changed. Um, Maybe you were like more open when you didn't have as much, and maybe you were like a bit more naive, more bubbly. I feel like people also felt like this change in character. It's almost like a greediness with the things that you have or who you are. It's almost like, in a moment where people thought you were accessible and you were just like ordinary, you know what I mean? And then now it's like you're even harder to access. Now that you have even better things in your life, you're harder to access. But hello, that's the point. That's the point. That's why pile number one has what they have now, because of who they are now, okay? People also notice like some sort of like freedom. I feel like this pile is definitely walking into their sexuality, or like there's something open about who you're becoming, maybe there was times when maybe you restricted your style, restricted, again, the sexuality. You restricted yourself from the things that you liked or like who you really were because you were scared of the comebacks, or you were scared what people would say, or what people would think. So definitely an energy of you living more out loud. So I had to take off my sweater because it was getting hot in here. But also, the main idea that I was getting, as well as taking my sweater off, was that you guys you guys are completely changed also in your physical appearance. Um, there's a much bigger attractiveness here for this group, pile number one. So yeah, pile number one, like extreme weight loss, like something with the abs. I don't know if it was like a tummy tuck. I don't know. There's like a big change in your appearance. And I feel like that's something that people have noticed as well. I also heard a lot of people are keeping tabs on you, whether it's people from the past, from your old town, your small neighborhood, old family members that you no longer talk to. I feel like a lot of people keep tabs on you because of the successes that have happened in your life. Okay, in a moment where you felt probably like, maybe people didn't really pay attention to you. Maybe people felt like, you really weren't anybody. It's like now that has changed completely here. So yeah, people just have noticed a change in your material success. I heard cars, businesses, clothes, trips, okay? You could be someone that you like post everything, or like you've been posting a lot about your life. Like this is someone that's going to show out the things that they've worked for, or even the things that they have. And people have noticed that. Um, you became almost less personal and more showy with what you have. Okay, I feel like this pile was probably people that were just very open with the crowd, very open people. It's almost like people feel like they notice a change in arrogance within you. Don't believe this. I was like, oh, don't trust them. Pile number one, I feel like it's easy for people to say that you become more arrogant when you become more successful, but that's not the case. The reason why you became more successful is because you placed certain boundaries, you placed certain standards that you wanted in your life. Okay, and when people can't fit that image in their head, it's easy for them to feel not important and kind of project those feelings. So yes, people have noticed like a change in your arrogance, or like you being like, thinking you're better, or you act like you're better. Pile number one, I'm gonna let you know now, you are better. Like, honestly, I wouldn't feel guilty for living a life that you worked so hard for. Okay, these are people that really started from the bottom. And if you don't relate to starting from the bottom, it doesn't only have to be materially that you started from the bottom. It's even like just accepting who you are and knowing your style, or just getting to know yourself more. Okay, so yeah, people notice a change in ambition as well. Okay, this is not someone that's gonna live a regular life. This is someone that's aiming for the stars and up, baby. This is the person that's aiming for things that maybe their small town does not offer. Okay, so I see it. You have your cups lined up. And pile number one is just eating it all, okay? Is there a sense of jealousy there? Maybe. Maybe there is a lot of jealousy. People have noticed people becoming very jealous of you. I also heard like other family member have seen other family member like get jealous of you. Okay, this is not all in your head. People are jealous. People are jealous, pile number one. They are. And I don't blame you for your arrogance at all. People want to come close so that they could put you down. All right. So yeah, people notice the change in your people pleasing tendencies, how you don't care who likes you or not. I feel like this is somebody that will like wipe the dirt off your shoes. And now this is not someone that's going to care about it. Okay, you were probably someone that was like trying to be liked by everyone. And people noticed how now you don't care to be liked by anyone. You're going to walk in, do whatever you want. Pile number one is just not kissing ass anymore. People have noticed that. This is where this arrogance is coming from because they think that you should abide to them. Once you look a slight bit more important than people feel like you should automatically tend to them or try to be liked by them. If not, you think you're all that. Okay? I feel like people also notice that you have been treating others like it's an honor to know you. Problem number one, I'm impressed. Okay, because if people are noticing these things, I'm impressed because this is like, oh my God, like you're supposed to act like this. Like this is like so cool. I love it for you. I really do. It is an honor to be around you. I feel like the same standards that we put for people in relationships, we should also put it for the people in our life, whether they're family, they're friends, whatever. Those are the same standards we should put for everyone in our lives because we just deserve it. There's no because. We just deserve it. All right? And yeah, I just see someone that people notice that really doesn't care about anybody else, doesn't care to keep up with people, doesn't care to collect memories from the past. Again, this is the pile where people from 20, 25 years, 30 years, 10 years, 2 years, 4 years are constantly trying to come back. Problem number one, don't get tested. And don't get tested, and I mean like don't fall for it. I feel like anything that belongs in the past, especially if it brought you like heartache or pain. Like the other day, oh my God, I don't want to make it about myself, but it's coming up. I had somebody follow me from my past. Somebody that was not, I would say like not someone that I would accept now. Like someone that maybe the old version of myself would accept and would like constantly like let them slide with ish. This time I was like, you're not invited to my world now. And I know it's like as small as a follow. Like guys, listen. I feel like people that you follow or let follow you, if they're not people you don't know, if they're people from the past that have brought a great deal of like pain or annoyance or like just very weird behavior, you should not let them at all have access to you. If they're watching your life, let it be from another fake page. Like don't have people that did you harm watch you or keep up with your life because it's just not worth it. I'm all about forgive and let go. Yeah, forgive and let go. I'm forgiving and letting go by not coming around you. And I don't want you thinking or having some sort of like energy connection to what I have to offer on my media page, whatever. So as I said, like, I don't know. I definitely felt so relieved. I felt so proud of myself because I felt like maybe like myself 10 years ago, myself 5 years ago would have probably allowed them to follow me back. But again, this is somebody that has unfollowed me before, like for no apparent reason. So it was like, you know what I mean? So problem number one, I feel like people also notice that you're not as easily manipulated as you used to be. Okay? Like you could have been the person that would let people do it to you and constantly allow them back into your life. And then it got to the point where you don't even care. You don't even know them. That's me. I'm like, bro, if you have not been in my life in the past 5 years, I do not know you. You're a stranger. And if I have bad memories with you, that's where you're going to be, in my memories. Don't try to come back because it's not happening. So, yeah. That person's trying to follow me, guys. And it just made me think about this reading because I feel like when people see that you're not worried about them and you're ready to move on, and you're not trying to put the pieces together from your past, you're just moving on with your life, you're being grown, you're just working for you. People love to like try to see what they could steal off your energy, what they could get out of, coming around you again. It's like a toxic relationship. It's like a lover that, well, it is a toxic relationship, anything that I'm saying here. But like, it's basically like that ex that when years pass by, they want to follow up with you and keep up with you and see if they still got that access and still knock on that door. So that's what has changed about you, pile number one. Your past cannot knock on your door. Anything that try to knock you down in the past cannot knock on your door. And that's what people have noticed, okay? One thing my people pleasing ass would do was just allow people to come back in and out in my life whenever they please, whenever they wanted. And me personally, when you see like those toxic attachment styles, and the same things will happen with me. Like, people will do me dirt and I would try to reach out and try to follow up with people and beg people to be my friend. And where did that get me? Where did that get me? Anywhere. Nowhere. Pile number one, your success is speaking for yourself. Your nonchalant energy is speaking for itself. People have noticed a big change in your self-worth and how you put yourself first in your life, and how you're becoming like, well, I don't want to say becoming, because you've already become that, but just the best version of yourself. Like, almost like a version that people would have never really imagined in terms of looks, material success, everything, okay? Because this is full package. Nine of Cups to me is the full package, because you have all your cups lined up. It's like the full package, all right? And just a lot of freedom here. Freedom of expression. Freedom of being that bitch you've always wanted to be. Guys, it feels great to be one. It feels great. Kind of love it. Because people don't appreciate you when you lower yourself to abide by them or to be liked by them. They don't respect that. They don't respect that. Okay? I'm not saying you can't be a good person. You got to be a good person regardless of the traumas that you faced and the ways people done you. You have to be. It's okay to be a good person. You could be a good person, but never in a way where you sacrifice yourself or you're doing the most for others. It's not respected, and it's not appreciated. Pile number one, let them call you arrogant. Let them call you bitch behind your back. Let them tell you that you think you all that. Let them, because when it comes to what it comes, and you kind of try to fit their level of humbleness, that's when they try to humble you. Once you stop recognizing who you are, or like lowering what you have to accommodate people, that's when they're going to start humbling you. So don't humble yourself, because humbling yourself, you just giving permission for other people to humble you. Okay? And people notice a lack of humbleness coming out of you. I had to say it. But that's why I'm saying right now, even if people don't think you're humble anymore, who cares? Why you got to be humble with something that you worked for? See, if somebody gave it to you, I'll say, shit, be a little humble. But for something that you worked for, something that you did, no. You don't have to be humble. Who cares how you have to be? Okay? So also, people have noticed a lot how you kind of sort of, oh my God. It's like this big correlation of like your success equaling to you being more cold-hearted. That's what people have been noticing. The prettier you are, the more cold you become. The more distant you become. Nine of Cups. I really can't. I see the woman that's barefoot and she's just jumping by the chest. I keep looking at the feet. Very careless energy. People have noticed how much less you care. Care to be liked, care to be wanted. Care for people in the past, care for people in your life. The beggar. The beggar. Begging for people's attention that don't care about you. And I say it all the time, people that have shown you multiple times, pile number one, that they don't care about you, and you can mean less to them. You're not chasing those people anymore. And if it makes you look like a bitch, it makes you look not humble, I think you are all that, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Because I've seen it where the people that have been more, oh my God, I'm stuttering OD, but the people that have been most disrespected, I've seen in my eyes, have been more favored to those. What do I mean? What do I mean? What do I mean? I've seen people that disrespect others being more favored than someone that has shown that person love. And is it stemming from that person's trauma? I don't know. I don't care. I'm not here to pick at why other people act the way they do or prefer other things, but there is definitely a correlation and a pattern of people respecting more the people that disrespect them, or the people that do not F with them, or like people that just humble them. Okay, there is a correlation. You showing love and you showing appreciation and standing up and doing this and doing that and mothering people is not getting nowhere. I feel like you know that. I feel like you know that. Why do I feel like you know that? Because your energy in the Nine of Cups is... Listen, remember, this is in the regular Rider-Waiter, because I look at the cards that symbolizes this, but I also think about my original Rider-Waiter deck. It's the chubby man sitting like this. You know, he don't care. He got it. He got it. He do not care. He's sitting comfortably, hands folded. He does not care. Like, honestly, you don't care anymore. And people have noticed that. And it's really sad for them. Because you imagine having someone to the point that they will really do anything for you, to now you come around and they don't even know who you are. No, they pretend like they don't even know who you are. Pile number one, honestly, this is the pile where people notice a lot, like a big significant change. But I don't want to really sugarcoat-ish for you. People have more negative things to say. And it's because they can't take advantage no more. I'm sorry. I feel like you have like two close people, or you're close with like 3 family members. I don't think this is the pile that has a lot of friends, has a lot of people in their life. No. Back to the topic of people who would prefer people that are disrespectful to them. It was just like the more you did for others, the more you cared, the less they cared about you. So it was like, why don't I just care about myself? Why don't I just put that care about that? Why do I just put that care on myself? And when I put that care on myself, God, the universe, brought things in my life that cared about me. People, places, things that cared about me, that were beneficial for me. You have proved your love so much to other people and your support for so many other people, pile number one. I don't ever want to see you feeling guilty for the way you are now. You have shown time and time and time and time how much you've put others before your needs. how much you forgive and let go of what others done to you, how much times you've begged for people that couldn't even stand for you, couldn't even stand up for you, couldn't even do anything for you. You have proven it time and time and time again. So now, pile number one, yes, I'm fighting for you because that pisses me off. Now that if you are a bitch, if you are cold, if you're not welcoming, if you're not friendly, that's not your business. That's not your problem anymore. Take me how I am or roll. Trying to over-explain to people that just want to misunderstand you, that they just want to have a problem with you. They just want you to be that person that they have in their head because you're no longer their toy. You're no longer dragging your feet for them, right? It's like you've let go of all worries. You let go of everything. Look how she's flying in the air with all the cups in the air. Just letting go of people's thoughts, perspectives, and this, and if they're gonna like you, and if they're gonna no. The best way I put it is if I got a bill to pay, if anything in my life happens, I have to resolve it. And maybe I'm not alone. Maybe I have someone else that could help me resolve the issue. But most likely it's not going to be the people that I'm trying to impress. Those are not the people that are going to help me. Those are not the people. If I got to pay my light bill, those people are not going to pay my light bill. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it, they're not going to be there. And again and again and again, I'm not saying you're not a good person. I'm not saying don't be a good person. I'm saying continue to be who you are because, pile number one, you're doing a great job. Your success is speaking for itself. Your life is speaking for itself. What else do you need to show you that you're down the right path? Okay, so 9 of Cups, that's a great card to have. The fact that people noticed a big change in your attitude, it's like an abundance. It's an abundance in your world, but people think a lack in your character. And I don't really think you should care about it. I don't think so. I think you've been through enough with people. I think you've been through enough with your family. I think you've been enough with your exes. I think you've been through enough with in-laws. I think you've been through enough. I think that even with classmates, people at work, you've been through enough. Let yourself enjoy what you've worked for. Let yourself enjoy this new persona, this new person that you are. Let yourself enjoy it. Okay? Well deserved. And you don't owe anybody a damn thing. Okay? So pile number one, I love this reading because, I don't know, it's just like so amazing. And you're going to see a great abundance in your life. You're going to continue to see great abundance in your life when you become that abundant. When you continue to see yourself as abundant and you stop caring about living for other people and just let them, okay? So that's all for today. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for my viewers that picked pile number 2, what have people, what noted, I mean, what the hell? What people noticed changed in you? Okay, so 10 of Pentacles. Sheesh, you could have been attracted to pile number 1, but if not. So I feel like what people noticed that changed in you was definitely the change in like your family life. I see someone that probably had like multiple, oh my God, I don't want to say it, but maybe multiple miscarriages or even abortions, or, you know, maybe you had like a hard time building a family, not done yet. People could also notice a reconnecting with a family, whether it was like a foster family, your real family. Definitely happiness. Happiness. People have noticed a change in your happiness. Maybe someone here recently got married or just got married or just started a family. It's like a bringing togetherness. People have noticed that you actually have people in your life that have your back and are there for you. But listen, this is like the ultimate card. Polarity, like, honestly, I could really say that this is the pile that people are eager to be like. Okay, this is the pile where people want to look like you, want to have what you have, will go through anything to copy your life, to get what you have, whether it's the job, the marriage, the kids, the house, the car. I feel like this pile suffers from a lot of people trying to be like them. It could really drive you insane. I get it. People also notice like how you're getting older, and if it's not that you're getting older, how you're dating maybe someone older. So that probably changed in you. Maybe you used to date people for their looks, and people are very surprised with the person that you ended up with. That's for some, not all. But yeah, there's just something very motherly and like family-like coming from this group. So people have noticed a change in that. These could be the people that always said like, you know, I want to travel the world. I'm going to be the rich auntie. But now, you know, you have children. You have a nice house in the suburbs. Somebody here could be from a place that's very hot, like has like a lot of like hills. People also notice a change in your successes with your finances as well. I feel like this pile has also gained a lot of finances, whether it was through inheritances, your parents, or just having things. People definitely notice that you have more than what you had before in terms of money. And also in terms of like love in your life, like lots of love. Maybe love from your children, maybe love from your family, love from everything and everybody around you. People notice that. You were just so independent back in the day that people felt like you didn't have anybody in your life. Like you didn't have anything or anybody in your life. And maybe this is why people took advantage of you back in the day. I feel like this is someone that's probably been highly disrespected because people felt like you didn't have a support system or you didn't have people or family that loved you. And it's like now clear as day that you do. That you have a lot of people that love you. You have a lot of family and people that will really have your back, whether if it's on social media or in real life. People have noticed that, you know, people actually care about you a lot. People also notice a change in your mentality when it comes to abundance. I feel like this pile went from thinking very small to thinking very big, from liking nicer stuff, okay? Almost being like bougier. Pile number 2, that's what I'm getting here. Someone that has become more bougier by the year, someone that likes the finer things now. And you probably just were someone that tried to be maybe as humble as low as possible when it came to your finances or like the things that you had, but you became like bougier with the years. I also feel like the sense of minimalism as well coming in for this pile, like a very classy but bougie minimalism people are seeing coming out of you. People have also noticed within you also a change in how you are perceived by people. This is somebody that's acting much more quieter, much more reserved, much more lovable to people in their life that they actually love. This is why I'm saying you were probably attracted to pile number one, because there's some correlation here. It's like people notice a change in you because maybe you have more love to offer now, but to people that matters. Okay, maybe back in the day, you were just very lovable with everybody, even people that didn't deserve it. Being kind, doing favors, you know, everyone's help man, superhero. And you became that instead for people that love you, like your children, like your husband, your wife, your siblings, you know, people that actually care about you. You started to care more about those people in your life instead of caring for others that, you know, wouldn't blink an eye to do you wrong or snake you behind your back. People also notice like a change in your childlike behavior. I feel like this pile is becoming very creative like a child, or has the energy of a child. It's just, you know, just someone very childlike in a way where you like to explore life. You don't really like to be stuck in a day-to-day work, life, home type of situations. Like, you always have like this open-minded and type of like freedom to do things, you know, different things. People also notice a change in your vibe. Oh my God, now I'm getting deeper. I'm getting deeper, guys. People noticed a change in your reactions, in the way you express yourself about others, the way you act towards others. I don't want to criticize you, but I don't want to be a liar either. Pile number two, I don't think. It's not what I think. It's that I know. You were not very genuine. And don't blame yourself, okay? You was around a lot of ingenuine people too, okay? But you were very not genuine. I think you were very critical of others. I think you were very harsh with your words about others. Even if, you know, they weren't really necessarily in your circle. Maybe you had a lot to say about other people. Maybe you were very judgmental. Maybe you were someone as well that was very revengeful, plotter, okay? A plotter. You would plot on others. You would be someone that would try to get back at other people for the things that they did, whether it was through magic or spreading gossip or spreading lies about them, or even, you know, ratting out their business. Okay, you were very messy. And I also feel like you were someone that would react very, very, very harshly to judgments or what people would say or what people would do behind your back. People's, like, just off of, you would just react off of people's opinions, reactions, other people's reactions. Like, you would just have really bad reactions, okay? And it played a part in this type of attitude where people felt like you were very miserable or a very traumatized individual. So one of two. Either very traumatized, very miserable, or just very judgmental and fake. Okay? Don't leave yet. I'm not coming for you. Now, what people notice that changed in you is that you're much more lovable to different things. When people bring criticism towards you, you're much more open-minded about it. You're not easy to engage in the criticism. Like, oh, Paltu, you heard that this girl, you know, she been hoeing around on, you know, and you know, around town, you know, they've been dating so-and-so and so-and-so. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, that's crazy. I hope they realize what they're doing. You know, instead of being like, that's crazy, that they're so nasty. See, I always knew that they were going to be like that. They're just always, you know what I mean? Instead of engaging with it, it's like you're more open-minded with it. That was just like an example. Okay, because, you know, not everybody get those type of people coming towards you talking like that. But it could also be like, you know, did you see Mike's new trash car? Oh, I did, but, you know, I'm happy for them. I'm happy that, you know, they made a change in their life and they worked for that, you know. So you've become more positive. You've become less reactive. I feel like also when you hear someone say something that's very disrespectful, or like someone is trying to get a rise out of you by yelling at you or just saying something cruel, you stop and you think and you make that person look crazy, okay? You're not taking things personal like you used to. You know, finding out that somebody talked bad about you or schemed behind your back. Old you could have went and confronted this person and made this person feel very insecure about themselves. And then you would have immediately regretted it and it would just be a cycle. How to, people have noticed how you're less reactive to things. You're more lovable. And I also heard you mind your business more. You're not trying to get to the bottom of things. You're not out here trying to get yourself involved in other people's dramas and other people's problems, rescuing everybody, putting your 2 cents in. It's like there's a lot of peace surrounding you at this current moment. There's a lot of, you know, just peaceful things, peaceful vibes, peaceful love. I'm not gonna lie though, people have noticed this change, but for them it's very like shocking. It's very like jaw-breaking to know that someone like Pal number 1, I mean, oh my God, Pal 2 has changed their ways. Okay, Pal number 2, listen. You're going to be in a point in your life where you're going to reconnect with those same people that you used to do toxic things with, or you used to, you know, gossip and say this and that and the third. And you're going to see how you don't match with that person anymore, those people. You don't match with those type of criticisms anymore, all right? Maybe you haven't changed that little judgmental side of yourself, but it's more reserved. And you're not quick to jump to it. You know what I mean? You're not quick to jump to it. And I really, really respect you guys, because it's almost like you have a way of controlling certain things about yourself that you know it was harder to control in the past. So it's like you have so much self-control with the person that you are now. And that is very respected. I mean, I respect you because I can see it. Okay, it takes a lot not to clap back. It takes a lot not to want to throw someone under the... throw someone's dirt on them, you know, after they, you know, did things to you. It's so easy, but let me tell you something about it. When you think about it, it's so easy to just do that. It's so easy to just do that. When the biggest revenge is the access to your life. It's not partaking in the drama, partaking in what people said and what they did, and it's not partaking in it. It's not. And I feel like this person, oh my God, not this person, but you are constantly being tested by that. Like, you're constantly being tested by people and what they say around you. And maybe the things that they say to you, okay, to drive you crazy, or like to see if you're still the same way. Because that happened to me a lot when I changed. That, you know, I would see like, it would be like the same type of people like trying to get a rise out of me all the time. And it would just not happen. I will really, you know, I will really control myself. Maybe I'll go home and cry the hell about it. Like, I will cry. But I wouldn't let them get the best of me, Pal number 2. So yeah, people just notice a change in the way you love others. And this is the Pal that chose love over being accepted, being in the crowds, with the large friend groups that everybody talk ish about each other. You chose your side, your peace. And this is someone, people have probably even noticed you being very apologetic about the things you've done. Pile number two, you love a great apology. You love apologizing. You love moving on now. Like, you love peace. And that's what people have noticed, okay? Other than your abundance and everything you got going on in your life, I see you rock star, okay? So you probably, but the big change that I'm getting here is more of an emotional change, a mindset change, an attitude change. And with even how lovable you are, you can say no more. You can protect your access more. And when you come around others, you only have good things to say. This is the pile that's probably even worked on not complaining. Okay? Everybody goes through those phases when you just stop wanting to complain, wanting to have more peace. And one of my mistakes was when I was in that journey of, you know, learning how to accept things for what they are and just stop being all the way a toxic person, was basically, guys, like, I would just make fun of myself. And I realized that that was just making people not respect me. Okay, so even if I'll be all positive and, oh, lovey-dovey to everyone else and just put myself down, because when you're in environments where people are constantly putting others down, you don't want to put others down, so you put yourself down. But anything being put down is a no-no for me. I feel like if anybody's putting anybody down, I'm going to be the person to say the compliment. I feel like people hate me for that. Like when someone be like, oh, look at them. They should have done this and that. I would be like, oh, but they're pretty, you know. I know people hate me for that sometimes, but I can't help it. Like, I just can't. I can't. I'm like always a transmuter nowadays. Let me tell y'all. So, pile 2, I'm proud of you. And it's not easy to admit those things to ourselves. Like, you know, I'm always complaining about toxic, judgmental people, copycats in my life. But maybe I am. Maybe I'm toxic. Maybe I'm a drama maker, starter. Maybe I'm toxic. Maybe I talk too much-ish. You know what I mean? It's hard to put ourselves in that position. So maybe be like, you know, I talk as much-ish. I do this. I do that. Maybe I should stop. And maybe I'll see a stop in that in my life. Right? And yeah, pile 2, people just notice that change. How they feel about it, it's a win and it's a for some. Why? Because I feel like people felt good for you being the way you were as toxic, because it would just eliminate all the good aspects of yourself. You know what I mean? If you're someone, let's say that you have a successful career, you have morals, you have, you know, good etiquette, but then you're loud, you're rude, and you're a gossiper, and you're a liar, you know what I mean? That puts in a butt effect for who you are. But when you have etiquette, you're kind, you're positive, there's really nothing that people could say about you that, and I'm not saying live for other people, but you literally attract what you are. You attract what you are. If you're codependent, you will attract codependent people around you. If you are toxic and gossipy, you will attract gossipy people around you. If you're judgmental, you will attract judgmental ass people around you. I'm not saying everybody's peaches and apples, you know, I'm not saying that nobody's going to judge nobody, but if it's like a form of a hobby, if it's like a form of expression, then that's, you know, you quickly realize, you know, maybe I need to stop doing that, right? And I personally, as a spiritual person that I've known, I've seen people complain about stuff and them going through it. I'm telling you, words are magic. Listen, I talk about, a couple things I don't like on social media, but you know what I mean? But like, you guys get it. When it comes to the people around you, even in your real life or anything, like for example, let me tell y'all what I see every day on a daily basis. Comments. Yes, I'm saying it, comments. Listen, when you write a comment, you're writing a spell. Whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, it's a spell. Don't at me, at yourself. So when I see comments of people saying, they don't have a bed, they don't this, they don't that, ew, what the hell is that? I'll be like in my head, if only they knew that they're calling that ish to themselves. If only they knew that whoever they're talking about in that video, they're creating something that's going to become a judgment for themselves. Me, I don't argue with nobody on the internet. But if there's a comment that really, hit me hard and I was like, damn, what a a-hole, I'm deleting it for my peace. But polymerase, a lot of things are spells. And let me get back to the point of the damn reading. Let me shut up. Anyways, so people also notice a change in the way that you react to things. Let's go back to that one right there. Man, I keep looking at that Buddha that's right there behind me. I think there's another Buddha right here. It's just like this serene and this beautiful energy. And I said, some people love it, some people don't. Why? The people that love it are the people that love you. Because they don't feel judged in your life. See, when you're a judgmental person, even the people that you love are going to feel judged by you. No matter how understanding you are towards the people that you love in your life, they're going to feel judged by you. You know what I mean? So that's what it creates. The people that don't like it are the people that were entertained by your low vibrational ASS. Those are the people that are because they don't have what to say. Oh, pile number 2 said this. Can you believe they said that? You know what I mean? They don't have that anymore. You know what I mean? They don't have that. Pile 2, you are very beautiful. And you can have the type of beauty that can make people always want to find something wrong with you. Or the type of look that people always want to put a label on you. You know what I mean? So it's that when you take away those labels and you practice being more in this peaceful and loving energy, it's easier for people not to like you. But it's the people that are low that don't like you. Okay? Because how does that make sense? How do you become more lovable, more at peace, more serene, and people back away from you more? That means that they don't like who you're becoming because they're still stuck in that same pattern of toxicity. Long story short, Power 2, people just are surprised with this change in you. And people just notice the big change in how you react and how you move and how you speak and how you relate to others, how gentle you are with others. I am so proud of you. I just could give you a hug and just kiss you because this is who you actually are, this gentle being. I think you were just shaped to be this, grouchy, mean person because everyone around you partakes in that type of entertainment. And it's true, guys. Like, people expect you to be as toxic as they are. And sometimes when we're around people like that, we kind of become them. Okay, we become judgmental. I found myself talking more ish about people when I was around people that enjoy talking ish about people. And then guess what? Once you leave the room, baby, guess who's being talked about like a trash bag? You. That was just very funny to me. So, yeah. One of my, one of anybody's old hobbies that were in toxic things, like, anybody, a lot of us was, talking ish about others and being judgmental and mean and, to people that we went to school with or, people we knew in the past or just people we know, okay, which is worse, all right? But yeah, people just notice like this like lovable vibe about you. You're not like fighting with people anymore. I don't know why I got that. I feel like maybe problem number two was like always arguing with somebody, always had like beef or problems with somebody, like Street Fighter type of thing. Like, like I'm really getting that, like a tit for tat, mean girl. Well, we don't wear those on Tuesday. Like, pow two, you've really changed. And it has made you more beautiful, more stunning, more high vibrational, more abundant. And I love that for you. Keep it up, okay? I did not want this reading to be anything judging you, okay? But who you used to be can't replace who you are now. So it doesn't matter what it used to be, because what it used to be is what made you become who you are now. Okay, which is lovable and grateful and kind and loving. And I feel like what also came with that peaceful energy is learning how to place boundaries and also being that peace for yourself. Avoiding things that don't feel good, people that don't make you feel good, none of that, okay? Because there's a big correlation with that, okay? You're not, I always say that, people always talk ish about somebody and their own friends, baby, you're not special. like, everyone's special in a way, but you're not the center of the universe. People are gonna talk about you. And if you're constantly surrounded around people that are constantly talking about others, you're going to be talked about. But Pautu, what I just wanted to say is, God bless your heart. You're so sweet. And I'm really happy for you that you've changed and you become who you are, because this is a change that people have really noticed about you. Okay, not just the looks and all the superficial stuff, because, that's good too. But I feel like that's the biggest part people have noticed, okay? Pautu, you're not a bullier. Is that a word? You're not a bully. You're not an antagonizer. You're not starting problems. You're in your lane. And if it's one thing you can offer to others is love, if they don't like that, if they take it the wrong way, if they're disrespectful to you because of it, bye, see you later. I don't have time for it. I got other people to show love to. Bye-bye. Right? So that's all that I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for my viewers that picked pile number 3, you got the 3 of Cups on what people notice changed in you. And 3 of Cups is a very funny card for me. Pile 3, people notice a change in your identity. I feel like maybe you always were someone very shy, collected, someone that really was scared to, live out loud. There's like a scream and, changed for real, you know what I mean? So people could see a change in, you going out more, traveling more, basically expressing yourself, partying with friends, drinking. It's like all the things you probably didn't do in your teenage years, you're doing it now. And that's that's the change that people are noticing about you, pile 3. Like, you're becoming very much more alive. Okay, I'm not saying you have to drink and do certain things to be that person. But it was just like, maybe you were someone that didn't go to parties much, didn't showcase your life a lot, didn't like do so many spontaneous things. And that completely changed for you. I feel like people are watching you from afar and being like, damn, pile number 3 is really outside. Pile number 3 is really doing everything. They're really traveling. They really just built a business. Pile 3 that barely spoke in front of people. Wow, like that's crazy. So yeah, you could have been very reserved, very private, or maybe you came from a very religious family, very strict rules. And it's like now you're finally living your life and people are noticing that change. Okay, people are noticing how much you're going out more and how much more friends you have and how much more you're having fun and just, living good. Okay, pile 3, like this pile, I really like this pile because it's almost like a bad chapter made pile 3 become the best version of themselves. I really feel like something really impactful happened to you, whether it was like a loss of a friend, a loss of a lover, a loss of a family member. I even heard like a twin brother or twin sister here, like the loss of someone that could have really impacted your life. And maybe people felt like you were always going to be stuck on that loss. Okay, whether it was like you lost your husband, lost your wife, what, and this could be losing someone maybe through death, divorce, or you know, any other circumstances. I heard even cults. Maybe you lost somebody you really loved to a cult. So yeah, pile 3, like people are noticing how much more you're giving an F less. You're like enjoying yourself more, and yeah, like people are very surprised by this because people probably never expected pile 3 to live as good as you're living now, like, or just as loud as you're living now. Okay, people are also noticing a change in style as well. Maybe you were always very reserved, and it's giving like mermaid energy. I don't know if you guys got colorful hair or something, or a lot of piercings, but it's giving like very much like teenage dream here. You could be in your late 20s or early 20s, doesn't matter, early 30s, but it's giving like teenage dream, teenage fever. It's lovely though, because people also notice that you look younger as well. That's something that's changed. People think you look younger. And yeah, just keep hearing celebration, celebration, celebration. So pile 3, yeah, people just notice how you're celebrating your life more. You're more happier. You have more friends now. You have like more support groups. You're almost like the cool girl now, the cool boy now, okay? Which is funny because maybe people could have felt like you were a loser, or you were just like a nerd, or like someone that preferred to be behind the scenes, and now like you're in the front row. You're in the front stage, okay? Pile 3, people have also noticed like a much more promiscuous side of you. Maybe you do like OnlyFans, or you just like do some sort of content that could be sexual, or there's something more sexual about you, maybe even your clothes or what you do for work, as I said earlier. Okay, I also see here just like a sexier vibe. So you're really into this sexier version of yourself, showing more skin. People notice that. So again, I really feel like somebody here came from some sort of religious background. Like that's the only thing I can think of, because there's just a big change in like the way you dress and the way you're expressing yourself. Also, this could have been the group that had a lot of problems in friend groups, were constantly like picked at, or like, you know, the odd one out, or never really had good friends, or never had like people that would really like care for them. And people notice how now you have a better support system, you have better friends. And while you had like that group of friends that didn't want you in the group, now they're all separated and angry with each other, and now you're striving. You have your own group of friends. You're living out loud. That's so funny to me. I don't know. Me personally, I never really did good in friend groups. I was always the odd one out. Like, well, I can't always say that. It wasn't all the time. But if I was in a group where I wasn't the odd one out, I was definitely being controlled. So either way, it was just like, And that's what usually happens. I feel like the person that's always the odd one out in the group is like the person that the other people in the group cannot control. So they probably just, you know, leave you the hell out. And then whereas the person that are more involved in the group are always controlled by whoever thinks is the leader in the group. Because I've noticed that. And I've been that person. And so yeah, so pile 3, you're not as controlled anymore. Your friends can't tell you what to do, what to breathe, what to, you know. And I feel like also you've cut people off that showed you that they're not really like your friends, okay? So this is the pile that you could also have a lot of old friends trying to come back, or like toxic people from work trying to stalk your life and trying to see like what you're at, what you're doing, what's up with you. But what's up with you, baby? You're living your best life. You're living better than them. Okay. Yeah, something like something with the friend group. I feel like if it's not a friend group, you're just like supporting, you're being supported more by the people in your life. You're someone that's like, I don't want to say you're the leader or anything, because I always see in healthy friendship groups, there's never like a leader. It's always like everyone just has their own lives, and everyone just, when they come together, is a good vibe. Like, you're someone that has good people in your life now. You have good friends. You have people that accept you. And you have a lot of fun. You have a lot of fun. Okay, this is the type of person that has Friendsgivings, Galentine's. This is the person that has all of those type of, I don't know. I'm a little jealous, Pal 3. Oof, you have such a social life, you know what I mean? And people notice that change in you, like that big social life. You're just like a socialite now. And again, you could have felt like you were always the odd one out, or just never really accepted into friend groups, or, you know, the heavily criticized or judged one, like always someone's shadow. And maybe you felt like that, like maybe you will have friends that, you know, if they weren't controlling you, like the friendship wasn't working out. Okay, it's like so many things have happened to you with friends and, you know, people, that it's just like, it's so hard to believe now that you actually have good people in your life. This is because I feel like you never really gave up into thinking, oh, well, everyone is like that, everyone is fake, everyone's fake. Instead, it's like, you know, my friend group is waiting for me. My friend group, you know, my destined, amazing friend group is right around the corner. There are good people in life. Because honestly, listen, I know with social media and a lot, people think that a lot of friend groups are toxic and like are like really bad in the inside, but that's not for everyone. Listen, it's not for everyone. No, it's not. Okay. There's some friend groups that are really, really supportive and kind to one another, and it's a good time. Pile 3. People notice a change in your confidence. Like, people notice how you're more confident when you walk in the room. You're more talkative. You're funnier. You're like a ray of sunshine now, and you're in no way feeling nervous or, oh my God, how am I gonna get these people to like me? It's almost like it all comes naturally out. Your enthusiasm, who you are as a person, like it's just a radiating confidence that comes out of you. You can speak clearly around others, even hot people, okay? And yeah, pile number 3, like honestly, just with the style, and I don't know, I just feel like the kid that people probably didn't think was popular is now popular. And that's the change people are noticing about you, that your life is so much more like, how can I say this? Not with my New York lingo. I was gonna say lit, but now people don't understand that word lit. But your life is just like so much more fun. So much more funner than everyone else's that maybe once was fun, once was, you know, better, regarded better than yours, or, you know, more entertaining than yours, or just, you know, you're living that fun life now. And it's amazing. And it's healthy. And people don't get to sabotage it. It's not like you're in high school, you know, and people want to sabotage the friends you got. Oh my God, has anybody had that when you had like a really nice friend and like weird people want to come in between y'all and, you know, basically take your friend or break up the friendship, like on some weird old thing? But part 3, yes, there's like this sense of acceptance and girlhood, you know, brotherhood that's coming with the people around you. And that's what people are noticing, that change in confidence, that change in surroundings as well. Like having just healthy people, like a good friend group. I feel like a lot of the people in your life that did exclude you are now excluded. People are scared of them, okay? And of course, people build reputations. Let me tell you something. There's people that they might think that we're cool, but every time I see them, I want to run, okay? Because I know how they were, okay? And listen, I'm not judging, but you know, if you've been to a restaurant that has a 2-star review and you've had a 2-star review experience, next time you're not gonna want to go to that restaurant. No, you're not. So the same thing with certain people. I'm glad you renovated or remodeled the restaurant. I'm glad your menu was different. I'm glad, but I don't think I'm gonna go there. I don't think I'm gonna go there. You know, same thing with people. Like, okay, I'm glad you changed. I'm glad, maybe you're a mom and you're a dad now, and you're just like a more positive person, spiritual person. I'm glad you are. Very happy for you that you've healed. But see you later. See you later, alligator. I'm sorry, guys. Like, for real. I just, let somebody else try you out, sweetie. Yeah, let somebody else experience your friendship or who you are as a person. But yeah, guys, like, honestly, people's reputations eventually end up getting to them. Up to them. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've always felt maybe in the beginning of my life that I was very uncool. But when you get to the point where you are cool to the around the wrong people, it's just not even worth it. It's just like, ugh, I hate everyone around me. Everyone's fake. Let me just get out of here. But now it's like you have such a good vibe around you. And you know what's the best thing that I heard here? People have noticed how you have different people in your life. Like, it's not people that they know. Okay, you can have like a friend in Thailand, a friend in Japan. You go to these exotic places to go see these people. Like, so many cool people now. So in a time where maybe you were like a loser or like whack, like the change people have noticed is that you're a socialite now and you're cool and you have cool people around you. That's what people are noticing. Okay, so Paul 3, very cool, very impressive. Okay. And your style, like, it's just your vibe, everything, like just showing more skin or just like, started dressing grown. It's just, oh my God, I love it. Like, it's such an aesthetic change here. So yes, this is going to be the part that's like, there's a big aesthetic change, a very big physical aesthetic change, and also a change in like the people that you have around you. Okay. People that love you, people that support you, people that, oh my God, I don't want to go deep. Part 3. You could have been heavily gang-stalked. You could have been someone that was heavily bullied. Heavily bullied. Okay? I'm not trying to bring down Pal 2, but you would have probably hated Pal 2. You could have been very, very hated. For no reason. Like, people will really pick at you. And let me tell you something, if you are still, I don't know who will be watching me right now that's still in high school or anything like that, but I noticed that the people that were hated the most for no reason actually became cool people when they were like adults. It's like people's like messed up spirits knew the type of person who you were, like, the person that you were going to become, whatever, right? Father, you could have been someone who was very bullied. Very bad, and you probably had no friends, no people that stood up for you. People always criticized you, or people always judged you for what you had on, or who you were, or what you liked, what you did, what you wore, everything. People just judged you for everything, and now you're that person that when you walk in the room, everybody wants to know who you are. Everybody wants to be your friend. Everybody wants to have you as a contact. People want you to refer you to somebody. People want to be referred to you. You know what I mean? Like, people want a bite of your life now. And you're not bullied now. You're respected. Okay? People like you. People want to be your friend. Okay? People ask about you. You know what I mean? So you became from being that person that people targeted for no reason to being someone that everybody likes and everybody wants to be like, and everybody wants to, you know, have an experience around it. And I'm very happy for you. You really deserve it. You know, you really deserve it, because at heart, you've always been that cool person. And I feel like if you weren't that cool person, a lot of people would never target you like that. Okay? People don't target people that they feel bad for. They don't. They don't. So there was definitely something about you that sparked a lot of jealousy back in the past. And that sparked bullying and gang stalking and people coming against you. And people, you know, having military groups to come offend you, being bullied on social media. I heard that too. You could have been bullied on social media. I heard Facebook. You could have been bullied heavily on social media, and to now be someone that everybody has to go to your page to see what's up, what's new, where do they travel next, what's the next thing in their business, how many more subscribers do they have now, what's that new Instagram picture they have, you know, what is the new aesthetic for this year? It's like, you're like everyone's inspo board now. You're everyone's like inspirational life. Okay, your life, people want it on a Pinterest board. People want it on their vision board. Okay, so Pal 3, I love this for you. I feel like everything you have, you deserve it. The love, the friends, the people the supporters, everybody. You're a shining star now, and I love that for you. I think you're one of the people that really deserve it. And yeah, like, for real, people just really admire who you are now. And sometimes it could probably be unbelievable for you because of what you've went through and gone through. I'm sorry. I'm stuttering. You make me nervous, Pal 3. I'm just like so like in awe. I'm starstruck by you, okay? So you could be someone very important, very relevant, very stunning, very amazing. I love that. But yeah. I also see here that people will pretty much look down on you a lot. And people will find any reason to come against you or take other people's sides on things, even when the other person was dead wrong. Okay, you know you're that itch if like something happens and everyone is, you know, having the other person's back, even if the other person is wrong as hell. You know you're that itch, because people are finding any little excuse to just pick a side. You know what I mean? And yeah, people love to pick sides that weren't on your side. And now, to have so many people on your side, Pal 3, to have the right, lovable, positive people on your side, that must feel amazing. And I love that for you. And oh my God, I'm just so happy. I could cry for you. So people just notice that big change in your surroundings and who you've become, okay? You've become very popular, very loved. And I don't think it was always like that. So that's all that I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys.